Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So today we're gonna see the tutorial for Flo Pro Designer. So we're gonna design 4 rooms today. You can see this tutorial according to our slides in lecture 1. As prerequisite, you have to download the software first. Just Google Flo Pro Designer and you can download it for free. Alright, so I'm gonna show you today based on our slides. You can see that we have 4 rooms: room 1, room 2, room 3 and room 4. According to the drawing, we have certain measurement, which is 8 times 8 feet. Room 2 is 15 times 8 feet. Room 3 9 times 6 and room 4 14 times 6. So let's see how we can draw this thing. Okay, for the first one is 8 plus 15, which means we have 15 plus 8 is 23. So you just click at 23. Then we have width and length. So the length is 8 plus 6, which is 14. So we have 14. So you just close the cycle. Just right click to stop the drawing. Now you just go to the partition. The first one, what we use just now is wall, the function wall. Then the second one is a virtual wall. This is window, this is door, and this button is details. So you click on the virtual wall. How to measure this thing? You can see we have these dots, these small dots. The the dots is are actually the measurement. We can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, more or less here. Oh, sorry, this is not the one. So I think you just click on the right click. Every time you want to stop the drawing, just right click, and to start the drawing again, just click on the left mouse, on the left click. Okay, just select the wall again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Right, you can start here. And the length is also 8. The wall will be automatically change to partition if it is an inner wall. So you don't have to do anything, you just draw everything. Okay, so the other one is 9 times 6. So 9 times 6. Right, so we already have 8 times 8 room. Room 2 is 15 times 8. Room 3 is 9 times 6 feet, and the fourth room is 14 times 6 feet, and it is automatically calculated. The area of the room will be automatically calculated, and the heating and cooling load, it is in BTU per hour. But this is not the value that we can trust, so we have first we have to see the material and so on, but we will cover later on. Alright, so just double click on the right click once again to exit the drawing, and then just double click at the building space. Alright, so we will have this window, project properties, and we can see here the name, the name, the location, and the country. As for the country, please change to Malaysia. Where's Malaysia? Yes, we have here. And the name, just name anything. Flo Pro Project. Sorry. And maybe your name. So my name is Ain, so I put Ain. Location, Malacca, Malaysia. Alright, so you can choose the city here. The country is Malaysia, and then the city, just tick on the drop down list. So choose Malacca, and the altitude, latitude, and longitude will be automatically calculated. And the relative humidity, you can change it, but if it's not relevant, I mean, if you have a certain amount, if not, just let it be. Alright, so just click apply, and from there you can see our cooling load and heating load and cooling load also change according to the weather. Alright, so let's see the units of measurement. This is very important, so that you know that the units are correct. For example, here we use English unit. You can also choose metric units. Depends which one you prefer. See, if you just click on the metric units, then the heating and cooling load will be changed to watt. So I'm just gonna leave English unit, click apply. Alright, so the next one, we go to the floor plan. So here you can change the orientation of north. If the drawing, so we already have the orientation of our space or of our room. Let's say here we have top of the drawing is the orientation of north. Then just click on top. If it's left, then left. Alright, so the next thing that is very important, we want to know which level we are on and how many stories of building that we are in. For example, if you are in a second floor of 3 stories building, then the numbers of the floor above first floor is 1, and the number of floor below the second floor is also 1. Then you are on the second floor of the 3 stories building. Right, click apply. Right, next you go to load. Where is load? Right, load. Then if you want to calculate only heating, then just click on heating. Just click on cooling if you just want to calculate cooling load, or both. In this case I just left both. Alright, so infiltration class is medium. Safety factor you can consider as 10%. This is a normal value that we put for safety factor. Alright, so let's see the annotation. This is for your own understanding. Right, heating season we can choose a lot of colors, but I just choose red. The cool is equals to blue. And if it's both seasons color, then it will appear in purple. Compulsory purple. Alright, so click apply. Just now for load, yeah, because I didn't change anything, so I didn't click apply, but you can click apply if there's change. Okay, if your input is U factor, then you have to check this box. But if it's the input is R factors, then you don't have to click on this box. Right, so there's change just now, so I just click apply again. Alright, so we have been in load, we have been in annotation colors. So next one is annotation report options. So this is actually what report you want to produce. Alright, but we would want to know the bills of materials. If we design something, then we know what to buy. Then the next one is the load summary. And as for me, if you are calculating just to know the rough load, then you can take only the load summary for the whole building. But if you want to know the load for each room, then you have to click on load summary detail. Right, click apply again. Okay, I think that's it for the settings for this tutorial. Alright, then if you want to include the name of the building, then you can right click. Okay, just right click, and then we have text annotation. Okay, now we have this box, then you can actually write what you want to write. For example, this building is office, 3-story office, 3-story office, second floor. Right, so if you click OK, then the text will appear. Then you can click wherever you want. Let's say I want to click to put it below, then just left click on the below of your picture or your drawing. Okay, so if you want to change the building properties such as walls, windows, and door materials depend on the specification given, then you can double click on that particular items. For example, on this wall, the outer wall, just double click, left mouse, then your wall properties will appear. Then here you can set the average height. I just let it be. The average height here is default setting is 8 feet. Right, so if you change the height, then the area will be also changed. Right, then the type. I just show you, but this doesn't necessarily does not need to change if the material is already right. So I just show you a very fast tutorial today, but if we have later on a specific task with the building specification, then we will do it further. Alright, so if you have for example the material is from concrete, bed-ins, chipboard, and so on, then you can just click on the material type. Okay. Unfortunately, the library only includes this this material, because this is actually for US United States common material which is used in United States. So I just leave it. Just click OK. Okay, now if we want to impose cooling load, and we want to include the fan coil, so you go to impose load cooling. Here above you can see there are impose load, heating and cooling. There is hydronic impose load for heating. There is impose load for indirect water heater. There are many different kind of loads, so you have to really select what you need. Okay, here above we have heat pump, air cool chiller, heat source sink, fluid to fluid heat pump, and hydronic boiler. Okay, so you can explore further. As for today, I just show you one impose load cooling, and we want to use a fan coil. So you just click on the fan coil. Then this thing, this fan coil will appear, and you actually can move it and until you click on by using the left mouse click, then it will stay there. So let's say I want to click here, and you can double click to set what is the load for your fan coil. As for key data, heating season none, cooling season cooling, right? So the load, and you can change the entering temperature. This entering fluid temperature is normally obtained from other components, so you don't have to set the thing. If there's temperature change, then you can change here. You can type your input. And component flow, if you have the component flow, how much gallon per meter, gallon per minute, then you can also put an input here. Alright, so I just show you barely roughly today, so you can do it later. Okay, if you have the same um, fan coil, then you can just copy and paste on the in the other rooms. I can just change. Alright, so I'm just copy and paste. So paste, then you click on the room. So again, copy and just right click and paste, put it inside the room. Again, copy and paste, put it inside another room. Okay, so now we have our fan coil unit. The other thing that we need is the air-cooled chiller. You can select any system that you want or you need as per specification, but I just take this one, air-cooled chiller. Right, so go to no manufacturer and I choose to use a rotary. So now you have all the components. You have to connect all the FCUs with the chiller. Okay, if you just put your cursor on the thing on this arrow, then you can see which one is the hydronic out and which one is the hydronic in. Okay, now we want to connect these FCUs with the chiller. So just click on the icon connect. So click. So now you just see which one is out. This you can bend this thing just by clicking on the left mouse click. Okay, so this out then comes in here. Is it? Okay, let's see. Oops. If it's wrong, then you just use your right click and to stop or to from the drawing to exit the drawing. Then just click on the thing on the wrong connection and delete. Right. So if the connection is correct, then the pipe will appear in blue color. With the dark blue color is for the supply, and the what we call the light blue is for return. Okay, just proceed with other pipe connection. We can just tap on this. Sorry. Okay, just click again. Right, then the connection is correct. So just proceed with other connection. If it appears that this dot dot the dot dots, then your connection is wrong. It doesn't necessarily wrong. It maybe the for example here the supply now combined with the return. That's why um, the dots appear. So you have to really click on the right connection. So if it's too messy, then you can just um, put the connection outside. See? Yeah, now we have the correct one. Okay, you can click cycle annotation view icons. Where does, okay, here. Cycle annotation view icon to see the exact total load carried out from the buildings. Please ensure that you have connected all the piping, supply and return so that the total load amount calculated is correct. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can play around with this cycle annotation view. Now I click, everything appears. So you can see for every FCUs we have different loads and different GPM, gallon per minute. For example, for the room 4 we have 700 BTU per hour with 0.1 gallon per meter load for these FCUs, and you can see the total load for the chiller is 2,800 BTU per hour. Alright, so I think that's all for this time. So just so you know, in this lecture we have 3 softwares. First one is this software, Flo Pro Designer. It's just to calculate the cooling or heating load. And the second one, we're going to use C HVAC for cooling load or heating load. Both softwares are for heating or cooling load. And the third software, after you all already have the load, only then you can design your system. And for the system design, you can use HVAC solution. Then we will cover later in the later chapters. All right, so thank you. That's all for today. Assalamu alaikum.